Hi guys, this is Sai Kumar Kurtiwada. In this video, we will learn about nested routes and in our data APIs. We have seen nested routes in our component APIs in my previous videos. Please check out that videos for better understanding. Now here we will handle the same nested routes in data APIs. Let me quickly jump into Visual Studio Code. Here, the thing is, we have created login and register. Now what I want to do is I want to create some set of layouts, and under that layouts, I want to use this elements or routes. So let me close this, and here let me create one folder called as layouts. So I want to create two layouts. One is pre-layout, that is pre-login layout, pre-login.jsx, and the next one is new file with post-login.jsx, and I will use a snippet rfce and save rfce and save. So now I have pre-login layout and post-login layout. So now pre-login means the screens or the output which is before logging are called as pre-login, and they comes under the pre-login layouts. So what I'll do is, instead of configuring in this way, I'll just try to configure the pre-login as a base route, and let me give a path as empty, which is a default route, and then I'll give a element called as pre-login, and now this is my parent one. Now what I want to do is, under this pre-login I want to have all the login, register, forget password, all these components under this. So to make our routes nested into the pre-login, we can use something called as children. So children property is again an array of routes. So I can pass some set of routes here, and this time I'll give something called as path as empty, and the empty one which is pointing to element which is equivalent to login, and I'm pointing to login one here, and then I'll give some path, something called as slash register, and that register should point to an element called as register, and save this. Now I have two routes which are under pre-login. Let me go to the browser and check the output first. So let me go here. Can't find the pre-login.jsx. So it is getting the pre-login. Let me check. It is not trying to get this pre-login. So let me give L as a small one and save this. Now go here, and you can see there is an error now because slash login is not present. So let me hit this. Now you are seeing pre-login, and if you go into slash register, till you are seeing pre-login alone. That means you are seeing this particular component, not this component. Why? Because whenever you are giving a path, it will try to get this particular element, and inside this element you should have a placeholder called as outlet. So to render this, we will be using something like h3 pre-login, and below this I want to have a outlet. So let me give an outlet which is again from React Router DOM. So this outlet will act like a placeholder for all my child routes. So for example, in this I have two child routes, one is login and one is register. Hence this outlet will be a placeholder for the two specific routes, and that can be rendered over here. So let me go here, and you can see pre-login and the register. So that's how you are able to see the register one. For example, if I give empty and hit enter, you are seeing the login. And in the same way, if you want to go with login especially, then you can use something like slash login and save this. Now you can see by default it is going into login, and when I give slash login it is going into login. Now what I want to do is I want to make use of another route which is like post login. So the post login should be in another layout. Hence we have to create one more path sibling to this pre login. The path is something like empty again, and element is something like post login, and let me create some other children. So this children can be anything. So let me give comma and save this. Now let me create post login components. So post login, in the sense we can have something called as dashboard. So let me create dashboard, and inside this dashboard let me try to create something called as dashboard.jsx and RFCE, so that my dashboard is ready. Let me copy this dashboard, go into app. Inside this, I want to create a path for my dashboard. So let me give a path as empty. So the element will point to dashboard. and save this. Now again, I'll give one more path that is equivalent to this alone, but I'll give dashboard and save this. Now what I want to do is I want to give some differentiation between this path and this path. So what I'll do is I'll use something like non-empty paths. That means if you want to use something in the post login, I should go into dashboard, then only I'll be getting the post login one. So let me go here and create a post login outlet. So here also we have to create an outlet again because this is a separate layout. So let me give h3 tag, and inside this h3 I'll just use this post login and format this, save this. Now we need a placeholder called as outlet and save this. Now you can see the post login appeared over here, and when I go into dashboard you can see post login. Let me go here and you can see there is some problem with post login. Let me give L as small, save this, and go here. You can see pre-login as register. When I hit dashboard, it will go into post login and the dashboard. So whenever you want to give two separate layouts, this is the way which you can give. The children are something like nested routes and outlet is something like a placeholder. For example, after post login or once the user logged in, you can have any common code here, and before login if you want any common code for any screen, that can be handled over here. So you are separating two layouts and you are trying to use them whenever it is required. And in our case, we don't want a navigation in our pre-login, but I want to go with a navigation in post-login. So in that case, I'll create a nav bar over here. In the upcoming video, we will create some set of nav bar and we will be using this post login for rendering that particular nav bar. And also I'll create one more nav bar for our pre-login, which will be creating only the navigation between login and register, and that will be visible only for the pre-login layouts or the pre-login child routes. So that's it about nested routes in our data APIs. Hope this gave you a glance of understanding nested routes in React Router DOM using data APIs. Hope you like my explanation. If you like my video, like, share, subscribe to my channel for more updates. Signing off. Thank you.